We are back in the bantamweight division for the second semi-final matchup. 61.2 kilogram, the weight limit. This bout also set for 2 5-minute rounds. And this young man, Ryan Trousset from Belgium. Not much known about him. He has no official record. He is 0-1 as an amateur, that's for sure. He fought an amateur bout in Gelsenkirchen in Germany in February of this year, where he started very, very strong with heavy hands, but got taken down early by his opponent, got mounted, gave up his back, and while he was defending the ground and pound, and eventually had to tap in a rear naked choke. So obviously his weakness is his submission defense, but he's a very strong puncher, that's for sure, a very aggressive fighter. And he faces Sasha Belov, another strong striker. So this is a matchup of two strikers, which always makes for a very exciting fight. As you can hear with the entrance music, Sasha Belov, proud Russian, hails from Kaliningrad, Russia, but actually lives and trains in Barcelona in Spain, a way more sunny part of the world, to say the least. He's 1-2 as a pro, had his last fight here at MMA Live 2 in September of last year, which actually was his first professional victory, a decision win over Max Handanagic, and a very dominant victory it was. Sasha Belov showed crisp striking against a much bigger Max Handanagic. I was cage side that evening, called that fight, and was very impressed by the kickboxing of Sasha Belov, who basically gave Handanagic a beating for 3 straight 5-minute rounds. And he looks to do so against Ryan Trousset tonight as well. He has a 1 loss via submission on his record, and loves to fight standing as well. So this, ladies and gentlemen, has all the makings of a certified brawl. And Sasha Belov faces Ryan Trousset in the second bantamweight semifinal. It is fight time, and we will set the first Grand Prix final. Who will face Murat Teleyev from the University of Fighting? Sasha Belov from the red corner, or Ryan Trousset with a considerable reach disadvantage from the blue corner. As I said, both fighters aggressive strikers. Sasha Belov lands a big right to start off the fight. Right kick to the body. He is a very technical kickboxer, Sasha Belov. Ryan Trousset, I would call a brawler. More of an aggressive, constantly putting on pressure kind of fighter. Fighting from the southpaw position. Big low kicks, but nice counter by Belov, who, as I said, put on a striking clinic against Max Handanagic in September of last year at MMA Live 2. MMA Live, of course, the premium MMA brand in the eastern part of Germany. Going old school tonight. with 3 Grand Prix tournaments. Trousset moving a lot, while Sasha Belov staying calm, collective, looking for openings. This is the first pro fight for Ryan Trousset. Starting in a tournament right away, so gotta respect the balls of the young fighter from Belgium. Catches another right hand by Belov, who's gaining more and more confidence here as this fight goes on. The more he lands, the more confident he gets. And it's always this right hand by the Russian. A lot of holes in the defense of Ryan Trousset. Has his hands on chest height as he moves in and tries to land his punches. That's the first thing you learn in boxing. Don't throw your punches from the chest, throw them from the chin. But in a fight, a lot of that strategy and tactic and advice goes out the window real quick as the adrenaline kicks in. Sasha Belov, of course. Adrenaline, not a problem for him. Very cool, very calm, very methodical here. Not too much action in the first 3 minutes of this first round, but a few good hits. A few good hands that landed by Sasha Belov. Trousset changing stances constantly. This is something we see more and more by young and up-and-coming fighters, that they can fight right-handed as good as they can left-handed. Trousset has his chin very high and his hands very low. Usually a very bad combination when you face a seasoned striker like Sasha Belov. Moving away from the right hand is Ryan Trousset. And he needs to step in and make something happen here. But otherwise he gets picked apart on the outside, as we just saw. Sasha Belov using his reach very well. Nice feint there by Ryan Trousset. Fake the takedown attempt, then attack with the right hook, with a lead hook. And the first round is in the book. Good round, solid round for Sasha Belov, and Ryan Trousset needs to do more in the second frame if he wants to advance to the finals. Just seems to have a problem with the reach of Sasha Belov. Doesn't find a way to overcome that reach disadvantage and gets picked apart on the outside, as I just said. This is one of the few hands that landed by the fighter from Belgium. And on the other hand, Sasha Belov landed at will, so to speak. If he would have turned on the speed a bit more, he could have ended that fight in the first round. That's my opinion. Referee in this fight, Marco Brösen. A man always calling for action. And Ryan Trousset, he needs to bring the action a bit more in this second round. Belov now has a comfortable position, middle of the cage. 1 round under his belt. 1 round in his favor under his belt. So he knows, Ryan Trousset, he needs to be the one who's active, who's pressuring, who's making the pace of this fight. And as I said, in February, he was bringing the action. Stormed out with incredible tempo, but got taken down. So maybe, whoa, and a big right hand lands. Stiff knockout blow by Sasha Belov. And this is exactly what I said in the break. If he would turn up the tempo a bit, he could end that fight at will, because he was landing punches at will. And now, just threw that beautiful 3-hand combo and knocked out Ryan Trousset cold, ice cold, in the second round of that second semifinal matchup. Therefore, advancing to the finals, Sasha Belov. Ryan Trousset on the other side, still being attended to. And there's that knockout blow, picture perfect right hand. And as I said, chin high, hands low, always a bad combination. Really bad striking defense. Tries to defend the uppercut by waving his upper body backwards. And Sasha Belov with his reach advantage, of course, landing the big right hand. There are the ringside physicians, the doctors, of course the safety of the fighters always. The first priority here at MMA Live. And they're bringing in a stretcher, so obviously Ryan Trousset still unconscious here. Let's hope he doesn't have any real bad injury or real bad damage done to the head. And we just saw Sasha Belov helping him, lifting up his feet and trying to move him up onto the stretcher. This is something that you don't see in other sports, gentlemen. The guy who just knocked out his opponent, trying to help him, to actually help him get back on his feet. This is a true sign of sportsmanship, a true sign of respect between true great warriors. And this is something that I take my hat off to. This is something that you don't see in other sports than MMA. Ryan Trousset now being moved onto the stretcher. A precautionary measure. He will now be transported into the nearby hospital and checked out there. Of course, the knockout, always great for the fans. I mean, it's a flashy finish for a fight. Every fan wants to see a knockout, but always a bad ending for the fight for the fighter. And of course, no one wants to see this. No one wants to see his opponent get truly hurt or truly injured. So fingers crossed that Ryan Trousset, the young fighter from Belgium, gets well soon. He's now being moved out of the cage by a big round of applause of the audience here in Dresden. Sasha Belov advances to the finals, therefore facing the other finalist in the bantamweight division, Murat Telayev from Düsseldorf. We're off for a couple of minutes, a 15-minute break, and then we are back here at MMA Live 4.